Remember the best way of motion, I make him move himself. So I make him make a bad choice. Now, again, I put my hands out, 45 forward, 45 to the outside. So if he grabs my arm and tries to pull it in, I'm literally just gonna put my palm in the ground so that when, reach for my arm, pull it in. There's no way he's gonna be able to do it with one arm. So they're almost always gonna bring the second in. But even here, I'm not gonna fight him. I'm actually gonna do a push-up. I'm straightening my arm here, so as he pulls it down, all he's doing is pushing my hand into the floor. He's not getting a better bite. But what he did was he put his elbow into my chest. So as soon as he reaches, I lean my body in, scoop his head, pull my arm, and then from here, this is my first pressure. His arm is pinned to his face. Through here, my chest is driving his elbow to the ground over here. Now, as soon as I grab him like this, most people are thinking gift wrap. They're thinking I'm gonna feed it to this hand. That's not my intention. My intention is to push down onto his elbow, and it's to pull his wrist to my hip. That creates a very short kimura, okay? It's in front of his face, but it's still that rotation. If you feel it yourself, if you just put your hand, this is traditional kimura. I mean, hands go back quite a ways, okay? Now try this though. Take your hand and push your elbow in front of your body. And now feel how little tension. So that's what I'm doing. So instead of going for my gift wrap, which again was what everybody expects, so it actually even helps me. When I go to push his hand like I'm gonna go gift wrap, he's gonna push away. So all we do is elbow goes forward and the hand comes to my hip. At that point, be ready, it's a fast tap. Okay, because again, a couple things are happening. One, he's not ready for it. He doesn't recognize it as a submission at that point. I didn't for years. We call it high elbow kimura. And again, it's the whole concept is the higher the elbow, the less rotation is required out of the shoulder. So again, as I'm in, I drop down and I'm controlling. When he goes to reach, okay, as soon as that elbow presents itself, I collapse it with my body to bring him down. Through here, I bring my hand like I'm swimming back so that my hand can go underneath. So now through here, I'm pinning him down. Now through here, his elbow's literally going to the floor over here. So when I take his wrist and just pull it to my hip, that's the tap. If I push it in like this, look, there's no tap, but it's so small. If I go the other way, it's a very small motion, very quick tap, shoulder locks up pretty quick. All right, let's go first. Like when we do our hurricanes, they do the forecast. They tell you where the eye is, and then they have the cone. They call it the cone of uncertainty. I think that's what they refer to it as, where it kind of shows where the eye may travel based on all the different models. Okay? So I call it the cone of violence. So when I'm here, I am the eye of the hurricane. I'm the eye of the storm. Okay? Whatever's between my arms is where I can do the most damage. Okay? Same thing with my hips. Wherever I'm facing, this is my cone. So right now, all of you are within my cone. Okay? But then we have the depth. As it goes further and further out, you're too far out. Okay? Now, if I go here, gauge is within mine, you guys are outside. So who's gonna have the issues? Doesn't matter. I mean, if I've got a gun, a knife, a bomb, or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're in the cone of violence, then I've got the best chance. Now, the cone of violence, though, is not defined by my hips or my belly button. Okay? Like right through here. My cone is defined by my arms. So if you put pressure into my elbow, and now you are pushing here, this is the edge of my cone of violence. So if you exist here, how big is my cone now? Okay, and where are you? You're not in it. So if I can just play those simple little games, I'm doing okay. And that's why, realistically speaking, to live behind the elbows, you're winning. It's so rare to lose if I can get behind your elbows. So let's go into that mount. And again, play hip to hip. What? With high elbow, So what happens right now for some people is they know that if the arm goes here, it's gift wrap. And then they know if it goes down here, that's high elbow. So what they'll start doing is they'll start trying to, like they're doing, like answer the phone and hide their hand back here. So when I'm in position, okay, and I drop down and he reaches for my arms, I collect. Remember what I did through here. Now I don't go this way, okay? I bring my hand under his head, okay? So again, from here, I'm using this to pinch him down, and I'm driving him the direction of his arm, going in through here, then I make my connection. Now, if I really don't like the individual I'm going with, or we just have a really wicked sense of humor with each other, and I want gift wrap, I'll take his hand, I'll pull it like I'm gonna go high elbow, and then I will push his wrist back into the ground. So now all I have to do is lean on his wrist, and there's an easy wrist lock immediately. So I'll just take him here, little pull, shove him in, and a little body weight. And that's giving him a gooseneck style wrist lock. So from here, if I start going in, and he starts trying to avoid it, and he goes to answer the phone, I go here. My shoulder is still pushing the elbow down. So when I'm here and he peels the hand, so I'm pushing the elbow forward and then I pull his hand backwards. Now it turns into Americana. If I want to go super deep, what I'll do is he's trying to answer the phone. So what I'll do is as he brings the hand in, I'll hook his wrist and then I'll answer my own phone. Again, my shoulder is pushing his elbow forward, but his hand is going backwards. That's Americana. Execution. 1, 2, 3. So hit the elbows. This is a major part of my mount game. I don't care about holding you down, to be honest with you. That's not my goal. If I get on top of you, my goal is not to pin you. Okay? My goal, actually, if you want to move, I'm going to let you. I'm not really gonna try to hold you down like a lot of people will in mount. My goal is to actually kind of let you move. Because remember, what is the fourth and best way of motion in jiu-jitsu? Is I get you to move yourself, okay? So in this position, like I talk to the MMA fighters all the time, and even in jiu-jitsu. If I'm on top and Gage wants to turn, let him. Don't stop it. Let him turn, okay? Because if he starts turning, that's a potential exposure to his back, and that's giving me a greater opportunity. So I like, as much as possible, as soon as I get in position, I kind of go down, I start to float. Again, if he wants to grab my hands, go grab. No. See? Go grab. See, here I can fight, okay? But the reality is, as soon as he grips, if we just slip, the arm never gets to go back. Again, wherever I'm at, as soon as he starts to even try to make his connection, okay, right here, I'm already connecting, pull my hand out, and keep that pressure. That's why, again, from here, I don't try to slide my hand under his head this way. It's hard to do. I take my hand and I go here. You see how I'm already putting more pressure into the back of his neck. Now my hand, when it comes in, it's super tight to the base of his neck, and I already have his shoulder, and I didn't have to fight getting in through here. I'm already super tight for my high elbow Kimura coming in. So now that I've got him in this position, he's preloaded to start going this way, just like gift wrap would dictate. So I can now start to play, and again, if I want, I can go into my gift wrap. Here's my wrist lock coming in through here. Get rid of the wrist lock, and now we can start going into our actual gift wrap game. So first part we're gonna do is I'm gonna go into my gift wrap. I'm gonna start to pin him and hold him from here, okay? Whether I'm monkey grip or C-clamp, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm going to expose his neck. I'm gonna take this hand, I'm gonna slip it in and make a fist. Okay, right now, this little gap, this hand's not gonna be able to stop me. I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna put it in, and right here, my fingers are curling, and my knuckles just went into. So here, But because I'm holding him tight here, okay, give him that little gap. As soon as my fingers go in, they just start to disappear, and we just punch right into the throat. Again, know the friends you're doing this to, okay? If you've got friends that you can play those kinds of jokes to and the like, it's a pretty awesome punch choke variation. Okay, so that's a quick one. I can come in here, or I can start to play the elbow, start to push them up into my technical mount. Okay, again through here, typically that is our, so gift wrap, put a bow on it. Okay, now again through here, if we want to play different kind of games, I'm going to pull up on the bottom hand. This one is going to go out. My wrist is going to punch down. I heard you a couple of little pops. My wrist is going right into his forearm. Okay, and we're just going to punch down. That's pushing into the bone. Okay, I do that anyway. I'm going to push down. I'm going to create my tension so that I can come up and go to the top of the neck and go into an Ezekiel choke. So we have our punch choke variation, gift wrap, put our fingers in, and literally as my hand goes in, so now that's just a fist right into the front of the neck, right below the jaw, fingers touch, curl, 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 until I have my full fist. And the other one is holding it here. It sucks. Okay. Then I can go into my gift wrap. And again, everybody's thinking gift wrap, arm bars, back take, head triangle. That's your three. That's your predominant three from gift wrap. Okay, simple little punch choke. Most people won't see it coming. And then we have, as soon as I come up, take my fist, I literally punch it, bone on bone. It's going to go into your forearm. Okay. Some people will tap, some people won't. I don't care. I'm going to push down so that I can then go over the top. So when I'm pushing down, I'm creating my space, and I'm making him think I'm going after something I'm not. He taps to it, okay, bonus. But I'm going to push down, push down, push down. When I create my gap, then I throw my fist up top, come over, grab into my own arm, and then I can hit my Ezekiel with the gift wrap in play. All right, let's go. Since I was a white belt, I did a move that we've always called happy birthday. Okay. In catch wrestling, they call it stockade position. I know I'm going to upset some catch wrestlers right now, but y'all suck at it. What I've done with happy birthday goes beyond anything I've ever been shown in any catch wrestling or the like, because it's a position, like I said, I've been doing it since white belt, and now I've evolved it into a whole lot of stuff. So happy birthday into itself is a staple on the far side shoulder. Through here, as I pry his head up, I'm going to Shakira my hips to make this arm become trapped behind my back. Then I'm going to capture into his armpit, push this arm forward, and roll him onto his side. So this is the happy birthday position. It's basically a one-arm full Nelson. Okay. So this is what I've been doing since a white belt. That's like almost 30 years now. And like I said, I never even knew it was called stockade until way later, like 20 plus years later. The catch wrestling calls it stockade. But it's become a massive piece of a lot of what I do. I kill half guard with it, and now I've added it to my mount game and my high elbow game. So I get in position, and I'm in. He goes for my arm. Okay, I grind, bring him down, get my hand out, and I grab. Okay, he does not want me to get high elbow, and he doesn't want me to get gift wrap. So when I start playing with this, the other hand always comes in to help out. So then I switch, and I go to his elbow here, and I bring it up, and then I put him onto his side. So I call this a half birthday. So full birthday would be here, okay? Now I'm here. Now, the important part is when he's here, okay, if I just go like this and then try to roll him on top of it, it doesn't get the same pressures. if I put him in position and then I pull his shoulder backwards. How's that feel?
Great.
Okay, it's a different sensation than before. My pressure is still on this elbow, so he can't go backwards. My knuckles are in the ground, in through here, and I'm literally making him lay on his own armpit. That's important. I tap a lot of people just to the shoulder pressure that's right here. Okay, so now, as I'm here, I now am going to straighten out my left leg, and I'm just going to lay down next to Gage. Notice where my whole forearm is currently sitting. My leg is on top of his hip, and I'm onto his elbow and shoulder. This is a twister right now. Okay, I'm not really very connected, but I don't have to be. Now I go one-on-one, hike his hand to his belly. Where's my hand? I'm already in. I'm literally laying on his arm. He can't bring his hand in. Now I push my belly forward. Okay, so now this is my control position. I can choke him from here. If for some reason I'm having difficulty, notice how I have that one-on-one way deep. I'll pull out, staple, okay? Now through here, push down on his arm and pull up on his head. How bad did that suck?
It was not great.
It took me a little getting used to, but this is my favorite back take right now. So I'm in, he reaches, control the arm, get him to the side, grab his head, high elbow, he goes to defend, push him forward. Again, when I make my connection here, don't just roll him forward. As I do, pull the shoulder backwards. As soon as I push forward, my hip, see, I'm making him start to go to the ground. I'm literally just laying down next to him. Go under for the one-on-one. Pin his hand to his belly. I'm already in for his throat. And I'm literally laying on his arm right now. My elbow's on the ground, and my armpit is literally laying on his arm. He can't pull his arm out right now, even if he wants to. Okay. Then, through here, push the shoulder down and lean him into it. It picks his head up and adds a nice little neck crank to the choke. Pick your